Hello and welcome. There's a very simple way to solve this equation without, first of all, having to multiply all these four factors and get a quadratic equation. Let us start by rearranging these factors. Now note that 1 times 6 is equal to 6, and also 2 times 3 is equal to 6. So let us write this first. We have x plus 2, followed by this x plus 3, then followed by this x plus 1, and lastly x plus 6, and of course this is equal to 3x squared. Now let us multiply these two factors. We have x times x, which is x squared. Then 2 plus 3 is going to give us 5. So we have plus 5x. Then 2 times 3 is, of course, 6. Now let us multiply these two factors. We have x times x, which is x squared. 1 plus 6 is 7. So we have 7x. And 1 times 6 is 6. So this is 6. And of course, this is still equal to 3x squared. Now here, we can write this as x squared plus 6x. But you can see that we have 5x here. We have plus 6, that is this. What do we do to 6x to get 5x? Of course, we subtract 1x. Now, in this case, we have x squared plus 6x plus 6. Now, what do we do to 6x to get 7x? We add 1x. And of course, this is still equal to 3x squared. Now, notice that here we have x squared plus 6x plus 6 minus x. And here we have x squared plus 6x plus 6 plus x. This looks something like a minus b multiplied by a plus b, where a is x squared plus 6x plus 6, and of course b is x. And you know that this is the difference of two squares. When we multiply these two, what we have is a squared minus b squared. So that simply means that when we multiply these two factors, what we are going to get is a squared, that is x squared plus 6x plus 6 squared minus b squared, which of course is x squared. And this is still equal to 3x squared. And now let us move 3x squared over to the left-hand side of the equation. When we do that, we have x squared plus 6x plus 6 squared minus x squared minus 3x squared is equal to 0. Minus x squared minus 3x squared is going to give us minus 4x squared. We have x squared plus 6x plus 6 squared, and this is equal to 0. But of course, you know that we can write 4x squared as 2x squared. We still have x squared plus 6x plus 6 squared. Once more, look at this. Of course, this is equal to 0. You can see the difference of two squares. And you know how we can factorize this left-hand side. We can factorize this as x squared plus 6x plus 6 plus 2x times x squared plus 6x plus 6 minus 2x, and of course this is equal to 0. 6x plus 2x is 8x. So here we have x squared plus 8x plus 6. 6x minus 2x is 4x. Here we have x squared plus 4x plus 6. And of course, this is equal to 0. Now, you can see that we have succeeded in factorizing the left-hand side of this equation. And of course, you know that when the product of two items is equal to 0, then it simply means that either one of the items must be equal to 0. So from here, we have that either x squared plus 8x plus 6 is equal to 0, or x squared plus 4x plus 6 is equal to 0. Now, we cannot solve this quadratic equation by factorization, so let us solve it using the completing the square method. Since the coefficient of x squared is already 1, the next thing we do is to move the constant term over to the right-hand side. When we do that, we have x squared plus 8x is equal to minus 6. Now, the next step is to divide the coefficient of x by 2, square it, and add to both sides of the equation to complete the square on the left-hand side. When we do that, we have x squared plus 8x plus half of 8 is 4. So we have 4 squared. This is equal to minus 6 plus 4 squared is 16. Now, this is a perfect square. So we take one x and we take one 4 and we square. This is equal to 16 minus 6, which is equal to 10. And of course, the next thing we are going to do is to take square root of both sides of this equation. When we do that, we have that x plus 4 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 10. Now, let us subtract 4 from both sides of this equation to find the values of x. From here, we have that x is equal to minus 4 plus or minus the square root of 10. Now, once more, we cannot solve this equation by factorization, so let us solve it by completing the square method. The coefficient of x squared is already 1, so we move the constant term over to the right-hand side. When we do that, we have x squared plus 4x is equal to minus 6. Once more, we divide the coefficient of x by 2, square it, and add to both sides of the equation. When we do that, we have x squared plus 4x plus 2 squared. And of course, this is equal to minus 6 plus 2 squared. This is a perfect square. So we take one x and we take one 2 and we square. This is equal to 2 squared is 4. 4 minus 6 is minus 2. So on the right-hand side, we have minus 2. And finally, we need to take square root of both sides of this equation. When we do that, we have that x plus 2 is equal to plus or minus the square root of minus 2. And of course, you know that this is the same thing as plus or minus the square root of minus 1 times 2. Now, we have that x plus 2 is equal to plus or minus the square root of minus 1 is I. Then we have root 2. And finally, to find the values of x, we subtract 2 from both sides of this equation. When we do that, we have that x is equal to minus 2 plus or minus I root 2. So we have all 4 values of x that satisfy this algebraic equation. X equal to minus 4 plus root 10. X equal to minus 4 minus root 10. X equal to minus 2 plus I root 2, and x equal to minus 2 minus I root 2. Obviously, you can see that 2 of the solutions are complex, while 2 of the solutions are real. And with that, we come to the end of this tutorial. I hope you learned something new. If you enjoy such content, please subscribe to the channel. Leave us a like to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and you can see more tutorials here.